Hey guys.
I cheated on David. Please do not. Veggie poppables are made with real veggies.
They're so delicious and crispy.
Which flavors we love to pop?
That looks fun.
Well, this is poppable, like those veggies.
How about you stick to hopping, not popping?
Simply Lay's Veggie Poppables. Popping with flavor.
Hi, my name is Iris.
Hey, Iris.
And I'm a famous supermodel with a billionaire boyfriend.
Wow.
It might sound like every teenage girl's dream, but for me, it was my worst
Oh,
nightmare.
no.
I just finished 5 photo shoots in London.
Wow.
Attended a fashion show in Paris, done an interview for Vogue Italia, and now
Jeez.
my exhausted body was about to have some pampering in the fanciest hotel in Greece, all by myself. Suddenly, I heard a loud bang in my room. I went to go check what it was, and I was shocked to see one of my luggage bags moving. I
What?
slowly opened it, and a creepy stranger suddenly sprang out from it while sniffing my favorite dress. My bodyguards rushed as I screamed in horror. This is a serious invasion of my privacy. Take him away right now.
Iris, I'm begging you. Just one kiss and a selfie.
He's so
I'm your
weird.
number one fan.
Oh, please. Can I ever get a freaking break? The hotel incident was circulating on the news in no time. And as soon as I reached my parents, they immediately fired my
I'm
bodyguard.
not
I
surprised.
forced my manager to clear my schedule for a week so I could just breathe. But the universe literally said no. While I was doing yoga in my room, someone suddenly barged in. It was my new boyfriend, Rocco. He was the son of an A-list actor, and he seemed pretty cool. Not to mention, really, really hot. Rocco, what are you doing here?
It's been 8 minutes since my last chat. Why aren't you replying?
Oh, no.
You came all the way here just for that? No, I came here to do this. Will you marry me?
What?
The freaking cracks? Are you crazy? We've been dating for like 5 days.
You made me believe you loved me.
I don't even know your eye color, Rocco. Suddenly, he started bawling like a baby on the floor.
No.
Oh my god, my heart. It hurts so bad.
What the heck are you doing?
I love you, Iris. I won't leave until you say yes.
Wow.
I really meant it. I had to have him thrown out by security. After all the crazy incidents with the paparazzi and my fans, Rocco was the last straw. And I finally had enough. I was tired of being worshipped and followed because I was a famous model. One day, as I was watching my favorite channel, MSA, I came across a video of a model who got plastic surgery to change her identity. It would be amazing to just disappear and return as a completely different person.
What's she gonna do? Is she gonna change how she looks?
That was actually a great idea. I tried on a black wig with bangs to cover my eyes, changed my eye color from blue to green, threw in some makeup and baggy clothes, and I couldn't even recognize myself. Mom screamed
Who
about
is
seeing
that?
me and almost reported me as a trespasser. I told him about my plan of giving up my career and identity for a while, and Dad told me I was crazy. No, Dad, I'm not. I just want to be a normal girl living a normal life with no bodyguards and obsessed fans around me 24/7. I want to live somewhere else that no one knows about. I've been homeschooled all my life, And now you want to go to an actual school and have friends. Please, let me have this. I'm begging you. They were speechless for a whole minute.
Oh, they were just saying,
Take a break for as long as you want. You deserve it. Dad,
On one condition. I'll choose the apartment for you, and you have to take at least 2 baths.
oh,
Steve.
finally.
Just like that, I was off to a new chapter in my life as the cool and mysterious Siri. As I was walking through the school
Siri?
building on my first day, I suddenly stopped upon seeing a scary dog in the middle of the road. And when it started to chase me, suddenly a skateboard came flying into the air,
Oh my
scaring it away.
gosh.
Gosh, that was close. I turned to my savior, and he was cute. Hey there, thanks for saving my life.
What? I was just doing a backflip and my skateboard slipped.
You still saved my life. What's your name?
You're not my type, sweet cake, so move on.
Wait, did he just reject me? Well, that was something new. I had never felt so lost when I finally got into the school building. Everyone was wearing Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel,
Damn, how expensive is
They
this?
were all fake.
Oh,
Was this an actual school or an amateur fashion program? Everyone was looking at me like I was wearing something disgusting. Was it because of my oversized hoodie? But I had to look as different as I possibly could from my original self. When I finally got into my class, no one even glanced at me. For the first time, I felt invisible.
it's such a different life. Is she gonna go back though?
And I wasn't complaining.
She
I
likes
went
it.
to an empty seat, but before I could finally sit, the girl put gum on it.
Oh,
Sit with losers. Me? A loser? Huh? Just then, a familiar guy came in. It was the skater boy. Hey, do you remember me? We met earlier today.
Are you stalking me? Just give it up, sweet cakes.
I was already here, and my name isn't Sweet Cakes, it's Siri.
So, you're like the real life Siri, iPhone's virtual assistant?
I just spelled my name backward for this identity.
oh.
That hadn't even crossed my mind.
Hey guys, we got the real life Siri over here.
Then they all started making fun of my fake name, and it was so annoying.
Oh no.
Hey Siri, can I eat my shoes without dying? Hey Siri, would a worm eat a dead worm?
Hey Siri, is everyone watching hit the like button? If not, quickly hit it.
Siri, would a worm eat a dead worm? I put my headphones on, but Skater Boy took them off.
Why aren't you answering our questions? Are you glitching or something?
Oh, he's such a douche.
The latest Apple update, Siri won't answer stupid questions from now on.
I didn't know Siri was actually feisty.
Just then, a familiar girl entered, and her eyes went straight to me.
Oh no.
OMG, what a terrible day to have eyes. That outfit is horrible. Someone take this new girl out of this room right now.
Stop acting like you're the fashion queen, babe. Remember how
Mama.
you got rejected for a commercial and never made it as a model? And your tantrum video went viral?
Those people were just blind. I couldn't
Oh no!
believe that trash.
Gaga, no! That's my appendix!
Iris is a
Iris,
Dude!
sorry to butt in, but are you guys talking about the supermodel? Yes, the worst supermodel of all time.
What?
Oh, now I remembered this girl. She'd auditioned with me for the commercial that launched my career. And she'd thrown a huge tantrum when she wasn't selected.
I'm feeling myself
Actually,
making this build.
I'm
gonna take this down, okay?
I learned that his name was Marcus. He was living in the same neighborhood as mine, and he was famous for his pranks. One time, he brought a freaking cow to school and left it at the top of the stairs. No one knew how he managed to do it. Another time, he stole the teacher's necklace and replaced it with a fake snake. And she literally passed out. He was insane. One day in the library, I was trying to get a book from a higher shelf, but I couldn't reach it, and he suddenly appeared behind me.
You need help?
Yes, please. I need that book over there.
Is
To my
he gonna
surprise,
help?
he transferred it to the very top
I
shelf
knew he
instead
wouldn't.
and walked off. He was really something else. It was lunchtime and I was starving. As a model, I was always on a very strict diet. But now, I could eat whatever I wanted.
Okay.
He wanted to sit with me, so I chose a table at the corner. And just then, Marcus came over with his friends.
This is our table. Go away.
Sorry, I didn't see your name on it. Can't we share it?
We can, but on one condition. You have to clean my skateboard later. I ran over a huge pile of poop.
What?
No thanks. I'd rather eat on the floor. And with that, I did what I said, and everyone looked so confused. Marcus started calling me a weirdo since then. Over the next few days,
That's so mean.
that Peyton kept spreading fake information about me, the model Iris. She obviously hated me and wanted everyone to join the club. I heard that her breath smells like cat's poop and her head is full of dandruff. And all her boyfriends ditched her because she's too
That's the opposite.
Ew, why is she even a model? You're way better than her, girl. I know, right? So unfair. I don't deserve this. I was about to say something, but someone did it for me first. Stop farting through your mouth, baby. Those are all kids.
Truth hurts, darling. I heard she quit modeling. Maybe she finally realized it isn't anything special.
Imagine she just takes her clothes off now and she's like, ah, I'm Iris. Everyone will be so shocked.
Yet somehow she's a famous supermodel with tons of fans. And you've got this lame haters club in school. You seem obsessed with her. Marcus burst out laughing and shouted,
You're jealous, weirdo.
while Peyton looked furious. I thought she'd rip my hair out, but instead she just stormed out angrily. On my way to class the next day, a girl bumped into me and spilled her coffee all over my shirt right before a presentation. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. She offered to lend me her extra shirt in her locker, and I thought that was really nice of her. But in the middle of the presentation, I started scratching myself, and I couldn't stop. Soon, everyone was laughing like wild pigs, including Marcus. When I saw my reflection, I could barely recognize myself. My skin was red and bloated. I looked like a pufferfish. Just then, I saw Peyton and that girl I knew they planned this. Oh, I was so gonna make her pay. I was then sent to the clinic, and the nurse told me to continue my treatment at home. Later that night, I was about to sleep when someone crashed through my window. I grabbed a match to attack the intruder, and then I realized it was Marcus.
Relax, weirdo. It's just me.
Oh no, I didn't have my wig and contact lens on. I grabbed my shades and wrapped a pillowcase around my hair before facing him.
Jeez.
Why are you wearing that at midnight?
Why have you broken into our house?
Look like a stupid sushi roll.
I don't have to explain myself to you. Anyway, get out. You're trespassing.
Yeah.
Down, okay? I just wanted to give you this. An apology gift for laughing at you earlier.
I was about to smile when I realized pufferfish. Ow. He then told me that he overheard Peyton and her friends talking about how they put some chemical on that shirt.
That was really uncool. Let's go to her house and release but no. Revenge.
It's late.
It was not late then.
Oh, not tomorrow. Next day, I surprised everyone by wearing the most expensive Gucci hoodie and boots. Fashion model. You're wearing a star now just because you're wearing fake Gucci. Wake up, dummy. You're dreaming. Are you talking about yourself? I said, you can see the items.
Dude, that was so cool. You literally ate that witch alive.
That's how you do it.
Teach me your ways, senpai.
Please, you're not making fun of me.
That's kind of hard, but I'll try.
Marcus and I became closer over the next few months. I always had fun with him, even when he talked about Iris 90% of the time. One time he took me to his place, and I was shocked to see how many posters he had of me.
He's obsessed. She's just found another obsessed fan again.
Just look at her. How can someone be that perfect? It's just unfair to every other girl. No one could ever measure up to her.
Wow, he was beginning to sound as loco as Rocco.
Yeah.
But at least there was no danger he'd ever be obsessed with Siri. One weekend we went to the park, and he taught me some skateboarding tricks. As a model, I was always careful never to do anything that might get me injured. But this was really fun. In the very next second, the skateboard flipped from under my feet, and I went flying backwards. But before my head could hit the ground, Marcus caught me.
Whoa, easy there. You okay?
His face was so close to mine as he looked down in concern, and I noticed for the first time how lovely his eyes were.
Hello. You're kind of heavy, girl. Can you please try to stand up now?
I immediately jumped to my feet. Heavy? I was model thin. jerk. We skateboarded a bit more and then fell onto the grass to rest. Can I ask you a question, Marcus?
You already asked, dummy.
Why do you love Iris? I mean, how do you love a person when you haven't even met her? Is it just because she's pretty?
It's a good question.
Years back, my sister got sick, and in the hospital, this beautiful girl paid a visit to the kids there.
Oh, what?
Yes.
And it's her.
I'll never forget how sweet and kind she was to my sister. I didn't know then that she was actually a supermodel. And since then, I started admiring her from afar. I told you, she's perfect.
Oh, he actually liked me
Did I actually get
not just because I was pretty. And I felt like I wanted to tell him the truth about me, but I couldn't. Not yet. A few days later, some girls were drooling over a guy in the hallway, and I almost choked on my saliva, and I realized what?
Oh, no.
What was he doing here? I followed to find Iris. My heart told me she was here. I was
Doing it.
ran to the restroom, the weight got caught on something, and it almost fell off.
Oh, no.
I quickly ran to the restroom and fixed it before it went. Then I called my dad to tell him about this. He suggested transferring to another school, but something was stopping me. I'd just settled in. And look, there was Marcus.
She's making friends.
Rocco was gone when I got out. A few days later, our drama club teacher decided to pair me with Marcus. And there was a scene where we had to kiss and we needed to practice it in front of everyone.
Guys, if these two end up getting together, we've all got to subscribe. Deal? Let's find out.
Yeah, no way I'm kissing her.
He then pretended to throw up. What's
Oh,
wrong with
no.
kissing me? It's not a big deal.
I just don't want my lips to be tainted by yours.
Shit.
Look at me. My lips are not poisonous or gross. The audience started chanting for us to kiss already, but he kept making lame excuses to
Oh,
delay
he's
it.
not doing it.
Irony. He was obsessed with Iris, but allergic to Siri. It was so confusing. Our
Don't
teacher
face.
lost her patience, so we had no choice but to do it. I closed my eyes, and as his lips touched mine, I felt a storm of butterflies in my stomach. He immediately pulled away and yelled,
This is officially the worst day of my life.
he was
What do you mean?
me off. I just stormed off after drama class, and I heard him all day. Later, when I was walking back home, he came back to me.
Hey, are you in a bad mood or something? You left without waiting for me.
So, I can do whatever I want. You can't find your way home without me.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. Can't the girl walk in peace?
Oh, come on. Is it about the kiss? Sorry if I
You
overreacted.
were a bit of a jerk.
It's not about that. But kissing me is not yuck, okay? There are tons of boys who love to kiss me.
Yeah, like just a weirdo like
Wow.
You have no idea, dude.
you. So what? Did you actually want me to enjoy it?
No, I didn't want you to, but yeah, you should have. I've been told I'm a really good kisser.
Okay, let me try it again.
I was caught off guard when he suddenly pulled me into a
damn.
very hot kiss. I was catching my breath as he finally let go of me. That was, wow.
I didn't want to kiss you because I wanted our first kiss to be special.
Oh, man, this is crazy.
He then turned around and left, leaving me completely stunned. I wasn't able to sleep that night because I couldn't stop thinking about our mind. Kiss. He liked me. The next day, he wasn't talking to me all day, and it was really torture. Should I tell him the truth and admit my feelings for him?
Will she reveal her face?
Unfortunately, Peyton got bored and threw a huge party. I learned that Marcus was going, so I did too, only to regret it instantly.
Oh,
Because just 10 minutes into the party, Peyton suddenly gathered everyone's
oh,
attention.
she knows who she is.
Scared a little show.
I think she may know.
Ready to see it? She started showing pictures of me as Iris.
Oh,
So she was doing her smear campaigns during parties now? Did you guys know that this famous model and took my wig off has been here with us the whole time?
genius.
I discovered your secret in the bathroom one day. So you got bored of your perfect life and decided to fool us all. Oh my god! I tipped Marcus's eyes across the room, and he looked so
Oh, he's gonna be
Oh,
very
this
shocked.
couldn't be happening. Just then, the crowd went wild. And before they could jump on me, I ran out of our mansion and called Dad to take me home.
this.
quickly reached mainstream media, so I was forced to quit school and file a restraining order against Rocco before he could come looking for me
See
again.
you, Rocco.
I've been trying to contact Marcus to explain everything, but he never returned my calls, and it was killing me. One day, my parents went on a business trip, and I was left alone in our mansion. Just then, I heard someone yelling downstairs. I walked to the balcony and saw Marcus being held down by my
Marcus?
bodyguards. Siri, Iris, whatever your name is, I just want to talk to you. Please, let go of him, boys. My heart was pounding hard as I met with him downstairs. Marcus, what are you doing here? He just threw a magazine in front of me and said, did he come here as a visitor? I picked it up, and while I was opening it, he suddenly grabbed my hand and pulled me into a hug. I miss you so much. I miss you too. And I'm sorry for lying to you. I was supposed to tell you that day. There's no need to explain. That's reasons I understand. Then what took you so long to see me? I needed more time to think. I was so confused. I have always idolized Iris and always thought that she was the love of my life. Then you came as Siri, and everything changed. I couldn't stop thinking about you since the first time I saw you.
Will he still like Iris?
It was later. Yeah, okay, whatever. Be the supermodel or the annoying weirdo, I don't care. As long as
I
I love you too. Now, what should I call you?
What's your name?
Well, just call me yours.
Whoa! They're together! That means you gotta subscribe. And on screen now you can watch another incredible real life animation. Click on screen to watch it. Before I go, I'll see you over there.
Well, yeah, well, I'm sitting here
Ready to tackle your debt? We can help. A Stretch Financial Wellness Vision subscription can help you visualize your debt picture, boost your financial IQ, and even submit payments directly through the app. Sign up today at hellostretch.com.
My guinea pig has a tendency to be a bit picky. Just like most cats, if she doesn't like something, she is not afraid to hold back her opinion, and she certainly won't compromise. So that's why we rely on Chewy for all of our pet supplies. Not only because they have a huge variety of choices for her, but they also have an amazing return policy that makes the process super simple and hassle-free. So if I pick something up for my cat and I miss the mark, as parents often do, we can return it for free within an entire year of purchase. Whether it's a new food she snubs or she's not totally in love with her new toy, Chewy understands that all of our pets deserve the best. So they offer flexibility and 100% satisfaction guarantee. So to get all the things your pet loves and needs, go to Chewy.com.
This is a story of a girl who, the older she becomes, the younger she looks. What's her secret? Will anyone believe her? Let's find out.
Hi, I'm Petra from Serbia. I have an extremely rare condition. My aging process is much slower than that of regular people.
Oh, wow.
When I was 6 years old, I looked like a dumb 2-year-old toddler,
She sounds younger.
which made people treat me like one. And they were not even a teenager. Because of my condition, my parents decided to homeschool me until I was a bit older. I only got to hang out with other kids at the playground, and I'd get picked up all the time because I looked so much smaller than everybody.
She just looks
When I
young.
was about 8 years old, I was playing on the slides in the park when a worried-looking woman came running to me.
Oh, no.
Are you lost? No. Oh, poor baby. Probably can't understand a thing.
Imagine being 8 and you're like, oh, you're a baby that can't talk. That's how young she looks.
I'm so scared. Oh, I look scared because I'm not a baby. But she wasn't even listening.
Oh,
And
no.
before I knew it, she was calling over a policeman from the street.
Policeman, the girl talked back to you and said, I'm fine.
We have a missing child here, officer. Please, help her find her mommy and daddy. Despite my protests,
No, I'm
the
fine.
policeman whisked me off to the station and started taking pictures of me for missing child's posters. I know my parents were being harassed right across the street from the playground. And you guys kidnapped me. This was the beginning of the many, many times my parents had to come get me from the police station.
Surely the policeman would learn after she's been there 10 times.
I finally joined school in the 7th grade. The minute I walked into the classroom, the girl touched me roughly and said, I think you've lost your way, kid.
To be fair, for girls really young and new class, be like, yeah, you gotta go to the mom.
Oh, if only I had $1 for every time I heard that, I would be a millionaire by now. I wouldn't need to be in this school with dumb people like you. And with that, I pushed her aside and took my seat. When I did all the math problems correctly in the first lesson, the teacher called me and all starstruck. Genius.
Indeed.
Why did you solve these algebra problems meant for 12-year-olds?
Wait,
When I was 12 years old,
Yeah.
the teacher just giggled and then did something I hated.
oh no.
She pulled my cheek. Cutie pie. Yes, you definitely have the mind of a 12-year-old. How many times I said it, no one believed that I was actually 12. They all thought I was some kind of baby genius who had been bumped up a few grades.
Yeah, they literally think she's in daycare. She looks so young.
Eventually, I gave up and let everyone believe I was super smart. This didn't really help me become popular or make friends, though.
Oh, no.
Jessica, the meanest girl in class,
Uh-oh.
wasn't too happy because everyone thought I was the smartest, and she made sure everyone constantly made fun of me.
Oh no, she's being bullied for it. She can't help if she looks young. That's not fair.
Does your butt look big because you're wearing a diaper? What kind of language is that book in? Goo goo gaga.
Wow.
I was eating lunch by myself when Jessica suddenly stopped by my table. Oh, how's the baby gonna eat all that with her little baby teeth?
Oh, it's
Why are
annoying.
you this way, Jessica? What do you mean? I mean, why are you so awful to me?
She's being so mean.
You're the most popular girl in class. Yeah, I know. But before you showed up out of nowhere, I was the smartest too. Fine, you're the prettiest and the smartest girl in the world. Can you leave me alone now, please? Sure, but let me mash everything for the little baby to eat first.
Oh,
And
no.
with that, she started pounding my food with her fist.
Jeez.
You are such a psycho. And with that, I picked up the smushed piece of cake and flung it at her face.
Straight in the eyes.
She picked up my glass of juice and dunked it on my head.
Oh,
And
my-
before we knew it, everybody joined in for fun, and a full-scale food fight had broken out.
Fine.
We both got detention,
Oh,
and after that day, I found a corner in the little playpen for the kindergarten kids, and basically had lunch there by myself for
Oh.
the next 3 years. Until one day, Josh came and sat next to me.
Who's Josh? And this guy save her?
Josh had just joined our class a few weeks ago, and he was the total fake. Not popular
She
girls
likes
drooling all over him. I was sure he wouldn't notice someone like me, which is why I was pretty shocked to find him here. Why do you always have lunch alone? Is this your first time in high school? Of course, I don't expect someone like you to get it. He took my hand and looked deep into my eyes.
He's so romantic. Why is he looking at a girl that looks really young?
I don't understand why someone as adorable as you is here either. I was so annoyed at how fast that made my heart beat. After that,
Oh, she likes
I became really good friends.
Yeah,
He
he's the
invited me
friends.
to watch his football games and started coming over to my place for study dates.
Finally, she's making friends.
Since he joined so late, he needed to do a lot of catching up, and I was more than happy to help.
That's
I
a
needed
good.
to admit it, I just had the biggest crush on him. The annual spring dance was around the corner, and it was all anyone could talk
Spring
about.
dance.
All the girls were yapping non-stop about their dresses and who they'd be going with. Of course, I was hoping Josh would help me out, but when he didn't, I decided I didn't need to wait around like a sappy Disney princess. I'd ask him out myself.
Good luck. Hopefully this isn't embarrassing.
Tickets for the opening show of the new Avengers movie, which was considered into the theater. The cinema staff stopped me. Hey, little girl, you can't go in. That's a PG-13 movie.
Oh.
I'm 16. Here, look at my ID. We see fake IDs all the time, kid. Sorry, but I can't let you go.
She just showed an ID. You can't decide if it's fake or not. Just an important question to answer.
And with that, he pushed me away and refused to listen to me anymore. I can't believe it. So then, so? I mean, what's the point of wasting both the tickets? We'll still have dinner together, okay?
Hey, he's going to
I couldn't even go anywhere because he'd driven me here. When he finally came out after 3 hours, he was practically jumping with excitement. Oh, gee, that was epic. Iron Man snapped his fingers and died. He saved the world.
Oh, spoilers, spoilers.
Not only watched the movie without me, he ruined it for me
Oh,
completely.
God.
Maybe the rest of the evening would go a little better. Boy, was I wrong.
Oh,
At the
no.
end of the meal, when the waitress brought us our fortune cookies, I looked over excitedly at Josh to open his and read the little note inside. Will you be my date for the spring dance, Josh?
That's a smooth way of asking him out.
He looked up at me in complete shock. Petra, I don't know how to say this. No, I don't even think that. You're more like a little sister to me. I've already asked Jessica out. Man, you've really made things awkward.
Oh, no. I don't think this could have gone any worse if she tried. Anthony's going out with Jessica.
I felt so utterly crushed and stupid. I flung a glass of water in his face. I wish I could snap my fingers right now and make you disappear.
Hit my button to make sure Josh gets snapped away forever.
I ran out of there and took the bus home. Nobody was more grateful than me when stupid high school ended and I was off to college. It wasn't too far from my town, so my parents could visit me often or come bail me out every time an officer thought I was an underage driver. Gosh, this is the third time this month. Why are you police officers so dumb? Can't you see I have a real license?
She doesn't mean that, officer. Come on, sweetie. Let's go.
That'll be so annoying if you get to get pulled over.
My parents always had my back. I understood how frustrating it was for me to be treated like a kid all the
I
time.
mean, to be fair, she can barely see over the front bar of the car, but she is old enough to drive.
Until I met Andrew in my second year at Liberty.
Another guy.
This job as a professor's assistant for one of the courses. I knew the other students made fun of me behind my back. But one day, they went really overboard. The professor was unwell, and I was taking the class in his place.
Whoa, she is smart. She's teaching the classes, and she looks like a kid.
As soon as I turned my back to the board, I got hit by a dozen paper
Oh,
balls.
no.
I turned around to see everyone snickering. I'm your teacher.
So
Your
mean.
parents teach you any respect?
Yeah.
Teacher, you can't even reach the top of the board without standing on a stool. Go back to school, loser.
You can't behave this way with me. I want everyone who's responsible to apologize right now.
Or you'll do what? Go crying to your mommy?
I'll fail you in every single assignment.
Okay, that's a big deal. I don't think you want to be failed at everything.
You do remember I grade them, right?
Oh no, I'm scared. Miss Petra, will you forgive me if I give you a lollipop?
Oh, wow.
Happy to. Come on, guys, let's go. We don't need to take orders from some high school smarty pants.
And just like that, the whole class walked out. I tried to keep my cool, but when everyone had left, I burst into angry
Oh,
tears.
no.
Just then, I felt a gentle tap on the shoulder, and I looked up to see that it was Andrew.
Andrew, I'll tell you, Andrew, if you're as eager as harsh as Josh, you're going to get down and snapped away as well.
I'm really sorry about the way they treated you. I think you're really smart and beautiful.
We became friends, and after, we started dating. He was just the sweetest guy, and even though he looked much older than me, he never tried to hold my hand in public. She probably got us weird looks. A few weeks later, I had an internship interview in another city, and Andrew offered to see me off at the airport.
Aw,
Just
sweet.
leaving, he took my hand.
Good luck, babe. I hope you get it, but I'll really miss you.
Look at the height difference. He's so much taller than her.
And with that, he holds me in for our first kiss.
That's good.
I saw a few
Oh.
policemen walking towards us.
Oh, no. What is going on?
Sir, please move away from the kid. What's the problem, officer? We've recently had many reports of a gang kidnapping young girls. You need to come down to the station with us and answer a few questions.
Even when she has her first kiss, the police are still after her.
Wait, what? He's not a kidnapper. He's my boyfriend, and I'm 20 years old. The policeman didn't listen to a word I said, and we were taken down to the station. My parents had to come down again with my birth certificate and baby pictures before they finally let us go. It turned out that the people at the airport had been making videos of the whole thing, and it had gone viral on social media.
She gets caught kissing a man. 10 million views. She's already did go viral.
With people saying all sorts of mean things about me and Andrew.
Oh.
And to make things worse, the company I had interviewed wasn't happy that I didn't show up, so I lost the internship too.
No, everything's going wrong.
I was beyond furious now. I took to social media myself and posted a video talking about how I'd always been discriminated against because of the way I looked. The video went viral, and I started receiving a lot of sympathy messages and support.
Wait. She's got more subscribers than me. Guys, come help me out. Hit that subscribe button. We've got to hit 15 million as well.
The public pressure made the police.
Can you name the brawler who uses a bear as her super attack?
B, Jessica.
It's Nita. She summons a bear named Bruce.
How about this one? Which brawler has the ability to go invisible?
Edgar.
It's Leon. He uses his super to become invisible for a short time. Finally, who is the brawler that can heal teammates with his super?
It's Steve. Poker.
It's Poco. He uses his super to heal himself and nearby issue an official apology. And the company even offered me the internship again. The audition had really sparked an interest in the public, and I was being invited to tons of TV and online interviews. All everyone wanted to know was the secret of my youth.
To be fair, if you can make yourself look younger than you are, people would want to buy that product.
Soon enough, I realized that people envied me. One morning, I picked up the local newspaper from the door and was horrified to see my face splashed across the front page with the headline, "Girl Discovers Secret to Eternal Youth."
Uh-oh.
Come here and look outside the window.
To my shock, there was a
Paparazzi?
massive crowd of people outside our apartment building, and the minute they spotted me in the window, they started screaming.
Jeez!
Discover the fountain of youth? Tell us where it is.
Tell us, where's the fountain? The guy says no fountain. She's just different.
What do you eat to look so young? I'll pay anything for it.
With your anti-aging formula for youthful skin, we can become millionaires. Come work for our
You
skincare
definitely
company.
could become
This was complete madness, and I had to put an end to it. I opened the window, and everybody became quiet to hear what I had to say.
Oh.
Listen, there is no secret. It's a condition I've always had, and it's not a blessing. I've never had anyone take me seriously my whole life. I spent all of high school being bullied. My message to everyone is that we all need to learn to be happy in our own skins
It's a
and
good
accept
message.
everyone as they are.
Yes, doesn't matter if you're big, small, young, tall, fat, skinny, short. Accept everyone. Be nice to everyone.
Thankfully, the message spread far and wide, and people didn't bother me again. But I still became pretty famous and was regularly
Nice.
for talks on self-acceptance and against bullying.
That's
My parents are
amazing.
injured now, and we have 2 young kids.
Oh, they got kids.
I really don't mind at all when someone says I don't look like a mom.
It's beautiful. I couldn't have asked for a happier ending. Guys, for another amazing true story animation, click on screen here to click and watch another one. Before I disappear, quickly click it. I'll see you over there.
Hi, my name is Cleo.
Hey.
And I'm possibly the clumsiest girl on earth.
Oh, what?
That made me the most famous
What?
TikToker.
76 million?
Please like and subscribe.
If she says so.
My parents were really wealthy, and they liked their luxury.
Damn.
9 months old, Dad brought a rare vase from Thailand and proudly placed it on the table.
100 blind monks painted this.
What?
Took them 2 years.
Blind monks?
2 minutes. I crawled straight into the table and
no.
toppled it over. Started laughing at the cool smashing sound. Something about Dad's face made me stop.
He's
I started
screaming.
walking. I was like freaking Godzilla, destroying everything in my way. My parents packed away all their precious collector's items, covered the furniture with plastic wrap, and switched to paper cups and plates.
That's when you know you're very clumsy.
But when I was 5 years old, I caused a disaster of epic proportion. One day, I saw the servant sneaking something into Dad's study, and I felt really curious. Later that night, I went down to have a look at it. It was just a dumb painting. As I was about to
What is that?
I tripped over the cloth and went crashing
Not
straight
again.
into the painting, ripping a me-shaped hole through the canvas. Oh my God. The next day, Dad had invited hundreds of friends to our mansion for the unveiling of the painting.
It's such an honor that
This is
the great
gonna be so
artist
bad.
would let me borrow it. Behold the masterpiece. Holy moly!
The artist sued Dad, and he had to pay millions in damages.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't an issue.
This is the most expensive kid on earth. Luckily the parents are rich.
Dad was still so mad. He thought I wasn't normal. So he whisked me off to the doctor, who did lots of tests and scans and said there was nothing wrong with me.
She's just clumsy.
She's just evil then. This pretending to be clumsy and destroying our lives for fun. You sound crazy. Our baby is not evil. Your baby is a walking disaster.
What?
This one day, I discovered something that changed my life. When I was 8, Mom took me to the city for the first time. But we were in a really crowded place, and I slipped away from her.
Oh,
As
that's
I looked
awful.
around, I saw the group of homeless children dancing.
Oh, that's sick.
I immediately fell in love with the way they gracefully moved their body. People were giving them money after their performance, but I only had my lollipop, so I gave it to one of them, and she was happy. From then on, I'd watch YouTube videos and teach myself to dance. Even
I can't dance.
so clumsy usually, the beat of the music somehow don't need my body.
Oh, she's found something she loves.
One day, I decided to show off my boobs to my parents. Mommy, Daddy, look, I'm a dancer. Mom was thrilled, but
Mom loves it.
horrified.
What?
Immediately turned off the music.
Why is it that? It is so annoying.
God, how can I unsee that? Don't you ever do that again.
No.
Daddy, I'm a really good dancer, like Beyonce.
Who told you that? You're a mirror? Drop this nonsense. You'll be running my company one day, idiot. Who said you could
Jeez.
do both? She didn't take dancing lessons right now. Learn about your company when she's older.
Yeah.
Say she can't because I pay the bills.
Wow.
And I don't ever want to hear the word dancing in my house again.
I hate the dad.
Furious. As I was storming off past him, I accidentally tripped and knocked his phone out of his hand.
Oh.
The screen was smashed to bits.
Savage.
Grinning as he roared. But he was right. He did pay the freaking bills. So I kept learning secretly, but I never mentioned it again. Everyone thought I'd outgrow my clumsiness, but it just seemed to get worse.
Oh,
And of course, in high school, something like this makes you the perfect target for bullies. On my first day in ninth grade,
Not
the teacher
bullies.
asked me to collect everyone's notebooks. As I
Oh,
gingerly
this is not going to go well.
I tripped. When I started picking them up, I didn't see the teacher kneeling down to help me, and I elbowed him really hard in the eye. Word of my clumsiness spread like wildfire. People had bets on when I'd fall or drop something next. If I was seen with any hot food or drink, everyone started running away like the devil was after them.
Beware, she's got hot chocolate.
Needless to say, I didn't have any friends except this crazy rich jock.
How irresistible are cheesy crackers?
Who'd been acting like my boyfriend since the first time he saw me.
She's got rich parents. The only person that likes her is a rich guy. Maybe clumsy, but she seems to like me as well.
One day, I was in the girls' bathroom when he suddenly barged in.
Pancakes, I have a surprise for
You
you.
can't be in the
He
girls'
pulled me
bathroom.
outside where everyone had already gathered to see his gift. Hundreds of iPhones arranged in a giant heart on the ground.
She's rich.
365 iPhones, babe. One for every day of the year. I'll buy you more when you've smashed all of these.
Another time, he gave me a horse. Hudson, what am I going to do with it? We're in a city.
But that's the one thing you don't have. And you deserve everything.
Come on, try sitting on it. Aaron,
Best boyfriend ever.
popular cheerleader, made a bed out of it.
You
As
know,
always,
later.
gather around, guys.
She was
New
character from the
best
video
dirty
game.
now.
I was just got
And
this
she
one with
falls
my mom.
off
I
in
still
the
have it.
first minute. I was just getting onto the horse
I
when
would-
it suddenly broke.
James, I'll have a picture hung up in my rib somewhere.
What?
A picture
No.
hung up in my
Rolling
room.
in triumph.
When you get them done.
Good
Yeah.
work, you stupid klutz. Make
Wow.
me richer.
What's
When I
that?
tried to get up, everyone suddenly disappeared.
I tried drawing my
including
PlayStation.
Hudson. Jerk. But then Aaron
I
did
still have
something
my
that
phone,
made me
okay.
even crazier. He
Yeah.
started a freaking dance
And
club.
I put a bunch
While I was
of stickers
reading the dance
around
club
it.
poster, I
I
heard
love
Aaron behind me. Seriously? Don't even think about it. I only accept the best, and you can't even walk straight, dummy. Don't
But she's good at
I'm not
dancing.
interested at all. Of course, that was a lie. It was my dream to dance with other people.
She's good at it.
Kids on the street I knew
Yeah.
years ago, but I could only dance by myself.
Maybe that's how she gets all of her TikTok followers.
One afternoon, while I was walking in our garden, I tripped over a sunflower, and suddenly a splash of water hit my face.
You throw a sunflower.
I'm sorry. I didn't see. I'm Samuel, the new driver.
I looked up to see
What?
a gorgeous boy washing our cars with a garden hose.
Why has he got his top off?
Useless. As he helped me up, I couldn't help wondering how hard his abs were.
Oh,
I
come
stumbled
on.
over this, and my palms accidentally landed on his abs, larger than a rock.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Oh, why wouldn't I be?
What's
Without
going
another
on?
word, I ran off to my room. A few hours later, I was dancing away when I caught Samuel watching me through the window. How long have you been standing there?
You dropped your necklace. I just came to return it. But you were so great, I was mesmerized.
Wow.
My stomach
They love
quite
each
danced.
other.
I started hanging out with him after that day, and it felt good to have a friend who knew my little secret. But the universe kept teasing me. Aaron started dancing on TikTok and got 1 million followers in a week.
Jeez. Maybe I should start dancing on TikTok.
Samuel kept encouraging me to make my own account.
I bet you're gonna have 1 million followers in just one day.
One
Dad won't
day?
He doesn't get me. But But from then on,
but Dad
I
is
started
future.
filming myself whenever I danced in my room. Maybe someday Dad would come around.
If you want to do anything, practice makes perfect. Just like making YouTube videos or practicing your TikTok dances.
One evening, Dad took me to a company dinner and officially introduced me as the future CEO. Everyone raised a toast.
She's still in school.
It just didn't feel right. As I made my way to the front for a speech, my dress got caught and they started a rip, exposing my underwear. Everyone in the room started laughing quietly, and I could see Dad's furious face. I ran out
I feel so sorry for her.
to the car. Samuel looked at my tear-stained face with concern.
Are you okay, ma'am?
I'm sure lots of people think I have the perfect life as a rich heiress, but I want things that money can't buy. I want to do what I love. I want to make my parents proud, and I just want to be normal. To make me feel better,
Well, someone's looking after her.
I closed my eyes and just started dancing. Minutes
Come on,
later,
let's dance,
I forgot
baby.
everything because I was in my happy place.
Oh,
When
she's
I
having
opened
fun.
my eyes, I saw Samuel looking at me, and my heartbeat raced.
Ma'am, you're a goddess. I could watch you all day.
Damn, these two
I
are
pulled him in close.
deeply in love.
Ma'am, it's Clea. Just then, I got a call from my dad yelling at me
Oh,
to come
no.
home immediately.
Your behavior is unacceptable.
I
I'll
hate
forgive
the
you on
dad.
one condition. Date the son of my biggest investor. At least for 6 months.
I thought about Samuel,
What?
but I knew Dad wasn't really giving me a choice. So I agreed. The next day, when he introduced me to
The
his
dad, I hate
investor's
him.
son, my jaw dropped
Wait,
open.
who is it? Who is it?
Hudson?
Baby
What?
cakes.
Did you know about this?
Duh. I've always known who you are. You're not just hot. Your parents are as rich as mine.
That very night,
That's why
I was
you
invited to
nice
dinner
to
by his parents, and Dad had a list of instructions for me.
Don't
Wow.
disappoint them, or else I'm going to lose billions. Think before you even breathe.
Dad, this kid's like 14 years old. You can't put that much pressure on someone.
Cleo. And no cursing. They hate that.
Unfortunately, thinking wasn't gonna help.
Oh, no.
Hudson had the scariest parents in
Oh,
the world.
They are
They
scary.
were watching my every move. It was so nerve-wracking.
They don't look
I got
friendly.
clumsier by the second. I kept dropping my fork, and when I tried to pass his mom the
No.
water, the jug slipped from my
Oh.
hand. But then the unthinkable happened.
I can't.
I dropped some soup on my dress and excused myself for the bathroom. As soon as I got up, I hit my pinky toe on the edge of the table. Holy piece of stupid They looked at me like I had just killed their whole neighborhood. I was sure Hudson
pain.
wouldn't want anything to do with me after that dinner, but Dad would be raging mad when he found
Oh,
out.
there's nothing
But
she can
I
do right.
actually didn't care. The next day at school, I was really surprised when Hudson walked over to me and put his arm around my waist.
Whoa!
Baby cakes? I don't care if my parents think you're a stupid klutz. You're too beautiful for anyone else. I have a grand gift to make you feel better.
Is he gonna give her like $1 million
Hello,
cards?
chat.
Bunch of car keys and 20
Look, just saying, I'll date him if he gives me 20 sports cars, okay? Just don't tell my wife that.
freaking cars, but I didn't even know how to drive. He gave
What?
the stupidest gifts ever. Just then, he kissed me and I pushed him away. I'm sorry, Hudson, but I can't force myself to like you. I like someone else.
Oh,
Also,
damn.
you're really obnoxious. And with that, I
See
threw
ya.
keys at him and walked away. Of course, Hudson's parents backed out from the deal, and Dad went psycho.
Oh,
I told
damn.
him what a jerk Hudson was, but he didn't care.
So, your mom married me, didn't she? It's actually because of that poor driver, isn't it? Well, I sent him back to his country and I told him to stay away from you. If he knows what's good for him.
I was
Send him back to his
shocked.
country.
And I was furious.
Fuming.
That's it. Take your stupid house and your stupid company to your stupid self. I'm not giving up on anything for you now.
Yes, see you later, Dad.
Talk to me like that.
She's right. I'm not watching you bully her anymore either.
Oh,
Dad
come on, Mom.
immediately kicked us both out of his
See
mansion
ya.
and cut off all our allowances.
Oh my gosh,
But Mom
okay.
wasn't sorry at all and said she'd rather be poor than with him.
Aw.
We moved to my late grandparents' house. Luckily, I still had the horse
Stupid.
Hudson gave me, and I sold them all off to give us a head start.
But if you sold 360 items, probably made like $250,000, honestly.
And I made my own account and uploaded my saved videos.
How's she gonna do?
Guys, I got 2 million followers over the weekend. Small people read. Next day at
She's
she came to me and said, "How is this possible? I can twerk and throw it back better than you."
Oh, she's
Well,
jealous.
let's just disagree with you, Aaron. Fine, let's dance to the same song. And whoever has more likes in 1 hour wins. Luther pays $50,000 and drops out of school.
That is a savage pair.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, she's
Dance.
game though.
I won by 100,000 likes. Aaron's account was suddenly deleted, and I never saw her again. Mom encouraged me to do more videos, and I reached 20 million followers in just 4 months. She also
Jeez.
started joining me, and I was mind blown by her moves.
Damn, the mom's got it as well.
2 years later, we started a dance studio where I taught little kids how to dance
Aw.
and to chase their dreams.
That's such a good story.
Right, but there was something missing from my life until one day, a handsome guy entered my studio, and when he took off his shades, I swear I almost fainted.
She's back.
Photograph. I can give you more than that, Samuel. We went out and sparks flew.
Damn,
He
she
was charming,
is living
simple. Even my
dream.
mom loved it. We started dating and even danced together for some videos. My fans went crazy when we finally got married. They adored the heck out of our clumsy baby.
They got a kid. She literally completed life. Fair play, absolutely smashed it. Incredible My Story animation. More video on screen here. Please keep on watching. That's beautiful.
I mean a good pizza. Tastes like pizza.
Since rare skins and gear stand out in the arena. Download something right now.
Boom. How about?
All right, gentlemen. What would you rate her on a scale of 1 to 10?
Wow, she looks stunning. Those pics? Total beauty filter overload, I'm sure.
Totally not. It's live stream.
No way, seriously? Okay, then you gotta give her an 8 then.
Thanks, you're like an 8 too. Do you want to join my stream?
Oh, she can hear me.
Of course, man. It's real-time live stream. So here's the cool part about this app.
This is the true story animation of a girl that's a secret gamer.
Hi, I'm Sasha.
Hey.
I live in Arizona with my parents and my brother Matt, who's a year older than me. But before I continue, please like and subscribe.
Whatever you say, Sasha.
Dad was a business tycoon, and our lives were just perfect.
They're
That
rich.
is, until one Christmas when I was 5 years old. Dad had invited the whole neighbors for dinner, and the house was buzzing with excitement.
Looks
We were
amazing.
with the preps when suddenly Dad cried out, "Man, that tree's fallen. Catch it before it breaks my glass table."
Oh
He
my.
ran to the tree and caught it just in time.
Jeez.
I couldn't hold it any longer than a few seconds. He dived forward and caught the tree, holding it up easily.
Well done.
Just then, Matt suddenly lost his balance and went crashing straight into the table, breaking it now.
That's gonna be fuming. Why did none of the adults in the party help the kids?
Oh my God, what a mess.
Jeez.
He kept running to push the tree back in place, and then he lifted me up on his shoulders. Oh, darling, you're a strong one, aren't you?
But Dad clearly loves her.
Amazing. And you, Matt, you're such a shaky old lady. Can't you watch your own freaking feet?
Dad, but that's so mean.
It's being ashamed to be weaker than a little girl. I'm older brother than you are.
Wow, that's awful.
And burst into tears and left the room. Then from that day on, Dad kept singing praises about how strong and tough I was.
Damn.
Dad just hated me.
There's a lot of anger there.
Huge Lego wall between our beds, so he wouldn't even see me.
Damn, that is a big wall. He is angry.
Once I broke the wall by accident, and he immediately shot me into his busted chin.
Jeez.
Bullets hurt my butt so bad.
Ow.
I sit on it for 2 weeks.
That's
One day
awful.
at school, I noticed Matt wasn't in the cafeteria for lunch, and I went looking for him. When
Where is he?
suddenly, I spotted a crowd surrounding him outside the boys' restroom. Are you gonna take all day, Maddie? It's so simple. Just use your tongue and lick the doors clean. I want to see my reflection in it when I come back.
That's awful. He's being bullied. Bullying is not nice. We do not like bullies.
Come on. Matt looked close to tears,
Hi.
and I felt so mad.
Beat him
What
up.
do you think you're doing to my brother? Get away from him, or you'll do what, little girl? I'll hit you so hard, it's like your ancestors did me.
Oh, he got the smackdown.
As the boys laughed, I punched one of them and sent him
Gee, she really
Jack
is strong.
feet and ran away like a scared mouse.
Damn.
As I followed, I turned around to Matt, and suddenly he pushed me away. Why'd you do that, you moron? Wow, is that your thank you, Matt? I just saved your butt.
Yeah, you were-
just made everything worse.
embarrassing.
You were licking a door 2 seconds ago, man.
Now everyone in school was saying I need my baby sister to fight for me.
Well, you do. You weren't sticking up for yourself.
Isn't it bad enough that I live in your shadow at home? Daddy's little princess. Just stay away from me. And he stormed off furiously. All I'd done was try to help him.
Exactly.
He just ignored me more than ever after that. On my 12th birthday, Dad surprised me with the latest PlayStation.
PlayStation? Is she becoming a gamer?
The minute Matt saw it, he flung his plate of food at the wall and walked out of the room.
Jeez.
What the heck is wrong with that boy?
What's fuming?
Dad, I think I know why he's mad. He's been asking me for a PlayStation for years.
Damn, she got it first. I wonder if you want the new PlayStation too.
I didn't get it for him. And why should I got him Iron Man and Spider-Man figures on his birthday.
That's pretty sick.
What did he learn from that? Nothing. He's just a weak, lazy couch potato staying locked up in
That's
you third things he doesn't.
Jeez.
But my birthday gift was something new and exciting for me. I placed it in my room, and after dinner, when I went back, it wasn't there.
Oh, wait, what?
Just then, I saw Matt passing by my room with a wicked smile.
Oh, no.
I knew he'd done something. I ran out and jumped on him, knocking him down. Where's my PlayStation, Matt?
Where's it
No,
gone?
you took it from me. Give me back my gift. I will, if you give me some answers.
Damn. That PlayStation better be okay.
Why do you spoil everything for me? Why did you get what I asked for? Why is Dad crazy about you? I just can't sit and watch all this. But it's not my fault, Matt. I didn't do anything to you. Now, where is my PlayStation? Oh. And he ran off and shut his door.
What does he mean, boom? Did you destroy the PlayStation?
Suddenly, we heard a loud explosion from the backyard.
Oh my.
We all looked out the window, and it was my new PlayStation.
He actually did.
Matt set fire to it. I cried my eyes out, and next day, my
Jeez.
parents got me another PlayStation and a cute kitty, who I named Kit Kat.
Imagine your PlayStation 5 breaks and the next day you get a cat and a PlayStation 5. Look here, I want these guys to be my parents.
I adored her,
Oh.
and I spent the whole summer playing video games. I was obsessed with this whole new world. I even discovered that by being a gamer on YouTube, you can earn big money.
Hey, I'm a gaming YouTuber, but did you know 80% of you aren't subscribed? It's free. Click the button and come and join my channel or you'll miss out.
That was amazing. I started off with a simple game, and things were going better than I expected.
Damn, she's a bit of a
In
gamer.
no time, I started streaming my games on YouTube.
Oh, let's
It
go.
was getting so popular in school. One evening, as I sat down for a live stream, I saw a video had been posted
Oh, no.
a few hours earlier from my account.
Oh, what?
I clicked on it, and to my horror, there was a figure sitting at my desk in
What?
my hoodie with the face covered, speaking here to the show.
Well, somebody's definitely behind this, trying to make her look bad.
Go follow somebody else, you moron.
Jeez.
Tons of hate comments under the video.
That's awful.
So many people had unfollowed me.
No.
Oh my god, I was gonna kill Matt.
Yeah, we probably thought it was Matt, right? Surely.
Matt, what's your freaking problem? Your stupid prank could ruin my career as a gamer. My followers are hating me now. Well, yeah, it's time for you to know what hate really feels
Wow,
like.
you're so
And it's just
bitter.
a reminder, girls can't be gamers.
That's not true. If you're watching right now and you're a girl, oh boy, you can be gamers, you can be anything you want, just try harder then, and you can do it.
Oh, really, Matt? Well, you are so mistaken.
Yeah, screw you, Matt.
To a big esports team and
Ooh,
earn
let's go.
more than you can imagine real soon.
Dang.
Watch out, loser. I ran to my room and recorded a video explaining everything and posted it, hoping to get back my viewers.
Hopefully.
Later that night, when I went to the kitchen to get water, I saw the light was already on, and I heard someone's voice. I
What?
peeked in to see Matt holding Kit Kat, talking to her lovingly. You're so adorable. Who wouldn't love
Don't do
you?
anything to the cat.
Everyone loves you, right?
If you do anything to the cat, I'm gonna have to take you down, Matt. I'm just saying.
Aw, Was I just seeing Matt's sweet side?
No, he's gonna.
Suddenly, he put Kit Kat in a baking dish and opened the oven door.
No!
That's why I hate you. Your time is up, stupid Kit Kat.
Stop him!
Oh my God! Before he could push her inside, I leapt forward and attacked him, and we went flying into a row of dishes. Everything came crashing to the ground, and my parents came running at the noise. Mom, Dad, Matt has lost it. He nearly bit poor Kit Kat.
That's awful.
I always knew something was off about this boy. You better behave or I'll send you to an asylum.
Jeez, okay, that's pretty harsh. I kind of feel sorry for Matt, but also, he tried to bake a cat. That can't be forgiven.
Matt left the room quietly, and I just knew this wasn't the end of it. The next night, when I was
She's gonna watch her back.
someone pulled me off the bed from my legs.
Jeez.
I opened my eyes in horror to see Matt standing near me with a knife in his hand.
What?
Gee, I thought he wanted to kill me. I shouted and hid under my bed, but then, all of a sudden, he started screeching a plate with it.
God, what is he doing?
Teeth. Stop it, Matt.
Awful
Are you
noise.
crazy? I'm trying to sleep here. No one sleeps when I'm awake, especially you. I'm gonna play this till morning.
What?
Every night, even if you send me to an asylum.
That's awful.
I screamed and managed to run out of my room, locking it from the outside. Beating the door with his chair, almost breaking it. We're all so worried about him. The next day I went to school alone, and when I got back, there was a note stuck on the door from my parents. Sasha, we've left for Chicago. Grandma had a terrible accident.
no.
Tell us when your brother returns. We will be back tomorrow.
It's the parents have left her alone with a crazy brother who's gone. I'm starting to think the parents are the weird ones here, to be honest.
What the what? So they left me alone? Oh no. How was I going to deal with Matt if he came back? You're strong, Sasha.
Yeah, come on.
Why should you be afraid of
You
me?
can do this.
Just a day. You'll be fine.
You'll be
the
cool.
whole day went by, and Matt didn't come at all. The next morning, I heard someone at the front door. I opened it to see a courier person. It was a special post addressed to me. When I opened the envelope, I saw the names of other gamers like Sniper Wolf
Oh,
and
yeah.
Bloom. The best part, I was invited for a gaming marathon where Sniper Wolf and other famous gamers would be joining.
Let's go! You didn't know? Sniper Wolf used to do loads of gaming. She's a pretty damn good gamer, too.
OMG, I could get all my viewers back.
Yes.
Dancing around in excitement when I suddenly turned around.
Oh my gosh.
Great. Matt was standing inches away from me, looking down with an evil grin.
Where did you go from?
Who said I ever left?
What?
After that, he grabbed the letter out of my hand and ran into the kitchen. And then he switched on the stove.
Jeez.
Dad, no, please, don't do that. That is very important.
Just gonna learn it.
Everything about you is always important. And who am I? Just worthless garbage?
Oh no.
Looking at me and talking, his long sleeve caught on fire. And he screamed and waved his arm around like crazy. I leapt forward with a jug of water and threw it at him. The fire was put out and he was okay. Oh my God. Thanks. No, don't smile at me. You just saved me from the fire, and I'm thankful for that, but I still hate you.
What does she have to do to make Matt like her and not be
He
crazy?
just walked away. Mom and Dad arrived later that night and were shocked to see Matt so quiet in his room. Weeks passed, and still, Matt never talked to me. But at least he didn't do anything to hurt me either. A few days later, our school was celebrating World Children's Day, and the chief guest was talking about how we were all lucky to have the love of families unlike many children. Just then, Matt got up and shouted at the top of his
Oh
voice,
my gosh.
"Lucky? I wish I was an orphan. Families don't give love or happiness. All my life, they've given me only disappointment and tears.
The parents have been pretty nasty to, but he's been nasty too. It's a two-way street.
Families suck, and you suck for giving this stupid speech."
Oh wow.
Teachers immediately dragged him out of the
I think he's gonna get kicked out of
I
school.
couldn't help thinking about his words. Matt wished he was an orphan. I suddenly felt like the most terrible sister. We'd all ignored Matt's cries for help and attention too long.
Poor
Later
Matt.
that evening, I went to my parents to talk to them about Matt's outburst. Mom started to cry, but Dad, he got really mad.
He always gets mad. The dad needs to chill out.
That stupid boy said we made him miserable. What does he want, huh? He has everything. He lives under my roof and eats 10 times a day. He's just a spoiled, whiny, weak little...
Dad, stop it. Do you think that's all he needs?
He
A
needs
place
your
to
love.
stay and food? You've never given him love or respect.
Exactly. That comes from the heart. Not through money.
All you've done is make him hate me and hate himself. You've made him this crazy, Dad, and you should apologize to him.
Oh, I don't think the dad's gonna like that.
We should get him to therapy.
That's a
I'm
good
doing
idea.
Nothing of the sort. And therapy is for the weak.
That's not true. Therapy's very good. Anyone can do it. It's fine.
Suddenly, Mom rose up from her seat.
That's enough. Kept telling you all those years to
The mom's standing up.
but you didn't listen then. And
Oh my gosh.
Being a jerk now. If you can't own up to your mistakes, you're the one who's weak and stupid.
That's
You
true.
want to pamper that little baby? Go ahead. I'm leaving.
Jeez, it's gone.
Matt barged in.
You can leave, Dad. That would make me happy. You've ruined my life, and I won't let you do that anymore. I want to change. I know I'm a good person.
Yes, Matt.
And I want to say that I'm sorry for all the hurt I caused Sasha and Mom. I'm really
Good on
sorry.
you.
And I just want to fix everything.
Oh.
Mom and I hugged Matt and said sorry to him for all the hurt we'd caused him as a family.
Oh, but what about the dad? Will he come back or is he gone forever?
I'm so proud of you, Matt.
Aw.
Asking for help and deciding to make a change.
Yes.
A lot of courage.
Not
I
easy.
love you. I love you too.
The mean dad's gone. She's got an awesome trip with huge gaming YouTubers. If you enjoyed more vids on screen, click.
In Paper.io 2, you can unlock a secret Thor hammer bonus. If you go into your user settings and change your username to Thor, you'll unlock the Thor skin, but you'll have to complete a challenge to unlock the hammer. In the challenge, you will have to beat Loki, Thanos, and Hulk to collect the 3 hammer parts and assemble them. Now, if you play as Thor, the hammer will spin around you, and any of...
We're watching the real story of somebody that got abducted by a billionaire.
It all started one day when I was coming out of school. As usual, I saw all my classmates with their expensive backpacks
Wow.
sitting inside their fancy cars. Many of them even had a chauffeur.
They're
As I walked
rich.
past them on my way to the bus stop, I could always hear their laughs as they gossiped behind my back. I'm 13 years old and never had any family other than my mom, and she
Aw.
passed away 3 years ago.
Aw.
I never had money, but my mom taught me that the only thing no one would ever take away from me was knowledge. So I studied hard
true.
all my life, and that's how I got a scholarship to this fancy school. I was walking to the
Nice.
bus stop. There was a restaurant on that street, and I always smelled the coffee and the cookies. I stepped and tumbled. It made me so hungry, but I didn't have money to buy any of that. As I continued walking, I saw a little kitten crossing the street.
Oh, she's such a
Just
good
inches
person.
away from it. The kitten crossed to the other side, and I decided to follow it to make sure it was safe. I followed it for a couple of blocks until it turned into an alley and hid inside a trash bin. Well, I thought at least it would be safe there, so I turned around to leave, and that's when I saw a black car parked at the end of the alley.
Oh,
There was a
my.
man outside leaning against the car, dressed as a chauffeur, and inside on the back seat, I saw a man and a woman kissing.
What the-
I learned to mind my own business a long time ago, so I kept on walking.
Probably just leave him
I arrived at
alone.
the bus stop, and after a moment, the car appeared at full speed and stopped abruptly inches away from me. I realized it was the same car as before, just seconds before I heard a door opening and someone pushing me inside onto the back seat. As the car sped up again, I looked at the man sitting next to me. It was actually a handsome older man, around 40, I guessed. He looked at me seriously, but his gaze looked tired and lost. It didn't make me scared. He was somewhat mysterious. And then he
I'd
asked
be
me
scared.
sharply, "What do you want?" And that brought me back to reality. I don't understand. I said. It was true. What do you want in exchange for keeping the secret? He asked. What secret? I asked. He got closer to me and scanned me from head to toes. I see, he said. I know this little game, he added. And
Because she saw what they
driver
were doing in
shouted,
the
"Perkins,
car."
to the mall." I didn't want to ask any more questions, but that didn't mean I didn't have them. Who was this man? Who did he think I was? What secret was he talking
Oh my
about? Suddenly,
gosh.
the car stopped, and the chauffeur opened the door and pulled me out. The hand of the handsome man appeared from inside the car with a credit card in it. Get her whatever she wants.
Hit that like button if you want a credit card. We can buy whatever you want.
The chauffeur grabbed the card and took me inside the mall by the arm. And as I stepped in, my mind went blank. I had never been inside a place this big. Lights, shops, people coming and going, everywhere. And I had to be dead. But The chauffeur was still pushing me, so I pulled my arm away and told him to stop. He looked at me and said, well, what? I asked. What do you want? He asked. I don't understand.
What would you get, guys?
True, again. And he said, it's not the first time we do this. The boss knows what you all girls want for the silence.
Jeez.
Silence? Who were these people? I had no idea, and
Yeah,
things were
this is
happening real
dodgy.
fast. But I wasn't stupid, and I wasn't going to let my only chance get away. I didn't want to spend a second, so I went directly to the
Bookstore.
bookstore.
Fair
I had to
play.
borrow the books from school from the public library, so this was my chance to get my own. The man paid, and we went back outside. The handsome man from the car rolled down the window and said, "Are we good?" I nodded.
This person just got an unlimited credit card and only bought books. You don't get a PlayStation, Xbox, PC, or a load of clothes, load of games, new iPad. But you know what? This girl's a good girl. She got books. But what's going to happen next? Surely something's going to happen.
Bizarre situation I just lived, with the fact that for the first time in my life, I had new books. And then I heard it again. The car was coming back.
It's coming back.
You have got to be kidding me.
Oh,
The
no, I knew it
chauffeur
wasn't
told me
over. I
that
knew it
the
wasn't
books
over.
were annoying. Is this a joke? You spent $200 on books? $200? I asked. I didn't know they were so expensive. I'm sorry, I said, and offered the books back to him. But he just stayed there and looked at me. Then he looked at the driver and back at me. "Take us back to the mall, Perkins," he shouted. Then he got really close to me and said, "Okay, this is how it's going to be. We're going to go inside the mall again, and you're going to spend real money on real things. You hear me?" I couldn't understand why he made this threat, but I nodded in silence. At least I got to keep my new books. As we arrived back at the mall, we got out of the car. He took the books away from me, threw them inside the car, and said, "Leave them. You'll get them later." We went back inside the mall, and again I was amazed by the amount of information and different noises. He took me directly to the jewelry store.
Jewelry, that's so expensive.
He was in a hurry, but I was definitely not going to choose anything from that store. I looked at those expensive things as they were glowing, but did not dare to touch
Probably
them.
tens of
I
thousands.
said patiently. I sighed and answered, "I live in a foster home and share my room with 7 other orphans. There's no chance any of this will survive there."
That's
the man
very
took a step back
true.
and scanned me again. "I don't understand," he said. I assumed he was referring to the school uniform. How could an orphan pay for that fancy school? My mom said that knowledge was something no one would ever take away from me, so she told me to study as hard as I could. "I have a scholarship," I said. "Wise woman," he said, and then added, "Still, there must be something you want." "Well, honestly, I'm a bit hungry, and I've never seen this many options before," I said as we entered the food court. "What do you want to eat?" he asked. I didn't have any idea what to choose. I knew nothing about this food, so I just said, "I will eat whatever you choose." A tiny smile appeared on his face. It was imperceptible. He walked to a specific place.
He knows
and said,
exactly
"Here."
what he
I
wants.
had trouble reading the sign. "Shawarma?" I said. "Best in town," he added. I smiled as I saw him eating that strange food. He didn't look at all like that angry man from before, and he was right. The food
Maybe
was
he is a
amazing.
nice guy.
After we finished, we continued to walk through the mall. I was stunned with all that merchandise in the different stores. We passed in front of a place that had neon lights
Arcade!
everywhere, and the
Let's
music
go.
sounded loud. There were mostly kids inside. They all looked like they were having
the
fun.
subscribe
"What's
button.
this?" I asked.
If you would go to the arcade as well.
He replied. I denied in silence, still dazzled with all that. "How do you play this?" I asked. He looked around and
Dude,
hesitated.
get the Dragon
Then he
Ball!
said, "I don't know." We got inside. He bought some special points to put in the machines and gave them to me. I walked to the first game I saw. It was a shooting game. I put the coins in the machine and lifted the gun. He looked at me in silence. But a few moments later, as he saw how much I sucked at the game, he almost ripped the gun out of my hand and said, No, you're missing everything." He then started to shoot at everything with an
my
ability that was not
gosh.
human.
He's a pro gamer!
It was so much fun. This was in fact a very strange man. After a while, the screen showed the words, "Congratulations, you've won." And he
Jeez,
gave
he's
the gun back
good.
to me. "That's how it's done," he said. I looked at the screen and said, "Look, 2 players." He hesitated again, but then agreed. We started playing the game together, and we lost track of time. "You're getting really good at this," he said. After we won a hard fight against the opponent, we even high-fived. He continued to buy coins, and we were there for a couple of hours.
There's
When we
still
got
a
to the
bit
mall, it
of
was
a
all
weird
in fun.
story.
"Well," I said, "thank you for this day. I have to go." But he got instantly serious. "Wait," he said. "I'll take you home." I got in the car and hugged my books again. He looked at me and said, "Your mother really was a wise woman." When I got out of the car and he left, I thought I had dreamt it all. What a strange
That
day.
is weird.
Believe me if I told them. I couldn't sleep much that night, so I used the time to study for the upcoming test the next day with my new books. As we were doing the exam, I saw that my classmate Tanya was having problems with it. She was writing things and erasing them many times. We were
Oh,
close to
no.
the end of the
She's
period,
not
so I got
revised.
closer to her and let her copy for my exam.
You
When we
don't
got
let me
out, she
copy?
came to me and thanked me. We walked together to the cafeteria talking, but when we arrived,
just making
Andrea,
friends.
the popular girl in my class, stood in front of us and
Oh,
looked at
no.
me with disapproving eyes. I looked to the floor, ashamed and somehow scared of Andrea. Are you coming to the party tonight? Andrea asked Tanya.
Is that?
No, she replied.
She's got the same hair colour as the man.
No one ever invited me to those fancy parties, and as
Imagine
I looked at Andrea, I could tell
they're
she was
related.
not happy with the idea. Sorry, I have to study, I said. And Andrea said, see, she's not interested in hanging with us. She's a smart girl. But Tanya said, she is smart, and she saved my life today. I think I'll study tonight, too. Andrea's jaw.
She's making
She was clearly
friends.
indignated. She took my new books away from me and said, oh, right. Smart Sheila and her new books. I wonder where you got the money to buy them. Andrea, stop it, Tanya said. She took the books from her
Ooh,
and
she's
gave them
defending
back to
her.
me.
That's
Why are
nice.
you being such a jerk? She added. I was amazed at how Tanya stood up for me. I was such a chicken. I could never stand up for myself. But Andrea took it even further.
Oh,
She grabbed
no.
my shirt and put it in her
Jeez.
pocket. I was in so much trouble now. I didn't have the money to buy a new shirt.
Oh
I
my
rushed
God, she's
to
a
the bathroom
bully.
to cry.
We hate
Tanya
bullies.
got inside after me and told me not to pay attention to her. She said that Andrea was miserable and that I didn't deserve what she was doing. As I was walking to the bus stop
Oh,
after
no.
school, some old man stopped by with his fancy car. I was crying, and I hated when other people saw me cry. He realized anyway and asked me what's wrong.
Keep on appearing.
I tried to cover my face, but he got out of the car and grabbed me by my shoulders. He looked at my ripped shirt. What happened? He said. Nothing. I slipped. I lied. I've heard that one before, he said, and added, you want to shoot some people? I looked at him.
Back to the arcade, baby.
Absolutely, I said. We went to the mall, and the man bought a lot of coins. We went back to the shooting game and played for hours.
play for
I didn't notice how good
years.
it was to release stress. I was having fun for the first time in my life, and I didn't even know the man's name. We became so skilled at that game that we even started to have an audience.
Nice.
Everyone cheered and clapped as we passed
They
levels
are
and got
pro
the top number.
gamers.
And then we went to eat shawarma. I laughed as I told him I felt tired, like it had been me running through the minefields and not the game characters. He smiled for a second, but then said, are you going to tell me what happened today now? I sighed as I remembered Andrea.
I forgot.
She was a horrible person. There's a girl in my class who makes my life a living hell, I said. Why? He asked. But I looked at him with irony and said, you really have to ask? Because I'm poor, of course. And what did you do? He asked. But I replied, there's nothing I can do. I can lose my scholarship if I get in trouble. But to my surprise, he
You've got to be
said,
careful.
that's the best lie I've heard this year. I'm not lying, I replied. But he looked at me intensely and said, if you don't stand up for yourself, no one will. When I was
It's
young,
true.
I was the smallest in my class, and I was vulnerable and shy. Everyone made fun of me, and it
He got
only ended
bullied
when I
as
started
well.
defending myself. Trust me.
Dude, it's
You
huge.
have to stand up for yourself, or you will get walked all over. I stood silent. I couldn't imagine this powerful man as a shy kid. I nodded, and then he took me back home. I was still
Yes, yes,
scared
yes.
as I saw Andrea in school the next day. But when she started to make fun of me at the cafeteria in front of everyone, I thought about the man's
The
advice.
rage
I
is
stood up and
building.
went straight to our table to confront her. She got up and told me to go away, but instead, I took her orange juice and dumped it on her head.
Okay,
She started to
that's a
scream
bit
and tried
far.
to grab my hair, but I dodged her and
Whoa.
grabbed hers instead. I pushed her head to the table and told her to stop messing with me. Then I let her go. She stood up, looked at me, but said nothing. She turned around and rushed out of the
Fair play.
cafeteria. All the kids there
Bit of
started
your
to
own medicine, eh, bully?
I felt relieved, but it didn't last long. A teacher got inside
Oh,
the
no,
cafeteria
no,
and
no,
sent
no,
me
no,
to the
no, no.
principal's
See, I think
office.
she may have
I was
taken
in
it too
so
far.
much trouble, but against all odds, I felt good. The man was right. This had to end, and I was ready to face the consequences.
But why'd she lose her
As I got to the
scholarship?
principal's office, Andrea was already there, waiting too, drenched in orange
Oh,
juice.
no.
The principal called us both inside his office and demanded an
Oh.
explanation. But before any of us could speak, I heard noises outside the office. And when the door opened, I saw the
him?
last person
It's
I
him.
could have imagined there. It was the handsome rich man. Andrea looked up too and sighed as she saw him. They exchanged glances for a moment, and I realized at that precise moment he was Andrea's father. Mr. Anderson, please come here.
Dude, I said. Did I not say?
He frowned. I denied in silence. He looked at Andrea and then back at me, and I swear I saw him trying to hide a smile. The principal explained the situation, and he told Andrea's father that if he wanted to kick me out of school, he could certainly do it. There's no need to do that, he answered. But the spoiled Andrea complained. Shut up, Andrea, her father said, and added, you should
get me telling off.
Get out of here. Tell Perkins to drive you home. Andrea was about to say something, but he looked at her menacing. She gave me one of her killing looks and then left. Then he told the principal that it was okay, that I was probably under a lot of stress. But I didn't like this at all.
Dude, she's so
He was
lucky.
a hypocrite. He was Andrea's father. father. I stood up and said, I don't need you to defend me. I must stand up for myself, remember? The man stood silent, surprised. I looked at the principal and said, I'm sorry for what I did. I take full responsibility. Andrea had been bothering me for years, and I got fed up. But I understand this wasn't the best way to react.
Yeah, she went too far.
Excuse me, and I left. I went to my locker and grabbed my new books. If I was going to be kicked out of school, at least I would take them with me. I walked to the bus stop.
Is she gonna stay in the
I
school?
didn't want to see the man, but I kind of hoped he would appear, but he didn't. I let 3 buses pass, but he never showed up. I wanted to see him. I demanded an explanation, but when the 4th bus came, I got in and went home feeling like...
Do you think she'll ever see him again, the billionaire?
I finished sleep that night, and when I woke up the next morning, I felt terribly sick. Perhaps it was me being a chicken again. I didn't want to go back to school ever again. The director of the foster home called the school and told them I was sick. I stayed with my mother for 3 years. During my wedding, Andrea's father seemed like too much.
Oh, God. It's thunder. Wait, I have to hide. My house. Don't scare me, Mr. Bear. Look at this. I'm so proud of myself.
Completely different men. He was so kind with me and so mean to his own daughter.
Yes, maybe that's why she bullies people, because he's mean to her.
I had a visitor. When I got up to see who it was, I found Mr. Anderson at the door. I was still mad at him, but I was relieved to see him.
What's he gonna say?
We went to the garden and sat on the bench. He told me he was sorry for not coming to see me sooner. He wanted to make some arrangements first. What
Arrangements?
I asked, and he said, adoption arrangements. What? I looked at him in silence. I was stunned. He said, you don't need the scholarship anymore. If you agree, of course. Thought for a moment.
They're gonna be sisters.
Andrea's sister, I said. Well, perhaps I was being overdramatic. I know, but he laughed. I said, don't laugh. I'm still mad at you. You can't solve everything with money. He got instantly serious and said, I know. I had a talk with Andrea last night. I didn't realize what a terrible father I'd been until I met you. You reminded me of what having a good time means, and I felt guilty that I wasn't sharing that with her. Father, and I want to continue doing it. With
her dad's billionaire now.
Good speeches, I smiled. I don't even know your full name, I said. And he answered, and I don't know yours. But we have the rest of our lives to get to know each other.
No way! That's incredible! My video's on screen here. Click to watch another story. I'll see you over there.
Sometimes it can feel like there's no way out of treatment-resistant depression. You take one antidepressant.
This is a true story animation of how a family went bankrupt from a kid spending all of their money on He's got a job, nice.
Why? Because he owes our parents a ton of money.
Oh, it's him.
It's not easy for a
Let's
kid
spend
to make
all the money on video games.
That's why he's working 7 days a week. If he keeps working at this rate until he finishes high school, he still won't be able to pay back everything he owes. Dad says, pay off what you can, and we'll think about the rest when the time comes.
Wow.
He wash dishes at the burger place every day after school. On the weekends, he does odd jobs around the neighborhood. If it's a nice day, he sets up a lemonade stand outside our house. He says that's what brings in the most money.
Wow, fair enough.
When the weather isn't so good, he does things like mowing our neighbor's lawn.
Doesn't look very happy. He is working hard.
Shop together. They are both workaholics. They've been working really hard for years. They leave home at 8 a.m. and don't come back until 9 p.m.
Jeez, that's long.
That's the reason why all this happened.
Oh no.
Recently, this is what we've been doing in the evenings. First, we eat dinner together.
They're eating dog food. Maybe he spent so much money they can't even afford food anymore.
Then Ethan goes to his room. He brings all the money he's made that day and gives it to Dad.
Jeez.
Dad counts the money and writes down the amount in his notepad. Then he tells Ethan how much he still owes. So, why does Ethan owe so much money to our parents? And why does he work so hard and give them all the money he makes without complaining?
It's video games.
To tell you about all this.
How much money did he spend to make his parents go bankrupt? Let's find out.
As I said before, my parents work together, and their business is their life. Their customers are usually tourists. They have to keep their gift shop open every single day of the year.
Wait, even Christmas? They do work hard.
Practically raise ourselves. This has its advantages and disadvantages.
They work so hard they couldn't even raise their kids. You want to balance these things out.
The best part is we learn to take care of ourselves.
They're eating more dog food.
On the other hand, we lacked parental discipline. There's no one around asking us, why did you do this? Or
We
why
forgot their
did you do
parents.
that?
I've been playing games as well.
So tired, they don't have the energy to deal with us in the evenings.
They've not balanced their life properly.
I think it's wonderful to grow up without any pressure from your family. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case for my brother.
No, we all know this went badly.
Parents' absence and spent tons of money on video games.
Uh-oh.
Doing it for months.
Jeez.
That's how we found out that he was really lacking parental discipline.
Oh
But
no.
of course, it was too late. By the time we realized this, Ethan had almost bankrupted the family.
Jeez, guys, always ask for permission if you are ever spending money on video games. Use your money, spend carefully.
Ethan and I went to our rooms, and we usually wouldn't come out after our parents came home.
Got this.
And they came back
I always
late.
do my homework first. Then
You want to know how I built this?
watch TV or spend time on
So if you go to the outside,
You've got a good balance there.
Whenever I'd go to Ethan's room, he'd always be playing video
so
games. So I knew he was spending
if you go here,
Raging.
take water,
but
get
I knew
lava.
that a lot of kids his age were doing the same, so I didn't really worry. But it turned out he was spending a lot of our parents' money on those games. One day, we came back from school as usual.
So see, it came.
We had a
It
snack in the
ended up
kitchen
turning
and
to
went to our
Sibian,
rooms.
Off they go.
but
Half an hour or so would pass.
it usually turns into
That's when I heard
cobblestone.
Ethan's door open suddenly,
When I
and
put
my
the
dad
glowstone
started
here.
screaming at him.
Oh.
Dad never comes home in
A
the
cool what?
afternoon.
Tower.
So I panicked and went to see what was happening. Dad was holding a credit card. He waved it at Ethan, screaming, "What could you have bought that maxed out this card? And this is the company card. How did you even get this card's number?"
How did he?
That's how I found out that Ethan spent a ton of money on video games using our parents' credit card.
Jeez, that's so bad.
My parents used his card to purchase inventory for the store.
Without that card, parents can't keep their business going.
Since they make purchases from many different vendors, they didn't notice that Ethan had been using it.
Oh no.
When my mom wanted to buy something and discovered that the card had been maxed out,
Oh,
she told my dad.
oh
Because
no.
the card had a really high credit limit. They never had a problem like this before. When my dad called the bank, they found out about my brother's charges.
Oh no, imagine, that's awful.
He naturally was furious and rushed home to confront my brother about it. After that, Ethan probably had the worst night of his life.
I'm not surprised.
My dad literally interrogated him.
Jesus.
So he had to tell him in detail what he spent all that money on. I don't know anything about video games. I've played Candy Crush a few times when one of my friends was really into it.
We probably all play Candy Crush.
So I didn't understand most of what Ethan said.
If you're watching you play video games, give this video a thumbs up and let me know what game you play in the comments.
From what I can remember, he bought an incredibly expensive hat from a game called Roblox.
What? So that's what he was playing?
I said hat, but it wasn't even a real hat. You have your character wear it during the game. I couldn't believe Ethan could be this naive. Dad says it takes 4 days working at the store to make that money. Wow. So annoyed that he asked my brother, "So how's the hat? Is it nice?" Ethan couldn't even tell Dad was being sarcastic. "Dad, it's really cool. I'm sure you'll like it too," Ethan said while logging into his Roblox account to naively show Dad the hat. After that, Dad told him, "Go and fetch my toolbox from the garage." Ethan still didn't get it, but went and got the toolbox. Dad took out a wrench and smashed my brother's phone into small pieces.
Oh, he's mad.
The best part was that he did it very calmly and carefully. My brother couldn't believe his eyes.
All for a hat in Roblox. That's what anything Roblox. Things must be really expensive.
Once he finally understood how angry Dad was, he didn't say a word.
Dude, look, the phone is literally just dust on the table.
Actually, it was a really funny scene, but of course, I couldn't laugh at that point.
Oh yeah, don't laugh. Your parents will be mad.
Games, Ethan spent a lot of money on YouTubers and some streamers on Twitch.
Well, let's be real here. We all love to support our favourite influencers. But again, make sure you, the person you're asking for the money from, says yes. And you have the money.
He even became the biggest donor for a girl on Twitch, and she brought him on her live stream to thank him.
What?
When things calmed down, I found the video on her channel and watched it. When my brother makes the donation, the girl can't believe her eyes. Then she gets up to dance with joy for minutes on end. It's unbelievable that Ethan wasted our family's money like that.
That's a lot of money
I
to
asked him how
spend.
he could have done this. He said sadly, "It didn't seem like real money to me."
You know what? If you're a streamer and you know a kid's donating, you don't bring them onto your stream. That's irresponsible of the streamer as well.
I spent it like it was game money.
Oh, you didn't realise.
Even
You're too
looking
young.
at it, I know how hard it is to actually earn money. But there's nothing I can do about it now. So, how did Ethan get the number of our dad's credit card?
How did he?
Dad asked him since he was curious. Ethan's face turned red,
Did he steal it?
but there was nowhere to run. He looked down and said, "I stole it?"
Yeah.
No, it was my dad who turned red from
Well, how
rage.
else would he get it?
Steal it, he yelled. Ethan's eyes filled with tears.
Oh
On
no.
your birthday?
What?
His voice trembled.
That's an awful time.
My mom had gotten my dad a massage as a birthday gift.
Oh.
We all went to the spa with him because we were going out to dinner together afterward.
They're always eating dog food. Maybe it's meatballs.
As Dad was getting his massage, we waited in the cafeteria. Ethan sneaked into the dressing room, took the credit card from Dad's wallet,
Jesus,
and wrote
sneaky.
down the number on a piece of paper.
Wow.
Initially, he just wanted to buy a few things in a game called Fortnite.
Okay, look, let's not drag Fortnite's name through the mud here, but again, only buy things in Fortnite if you've entered code ALIE and you have the money to spend.
But when nobody noticed, he kept using the credit card for 2.5 months in many different places, spending money like crazy.
And the parents not realize after 2.5 months.
The next day, Dad applied for a refund from all the companies Ethan bought things from.
You can do that in a lot of them.
Unfortunately, most of them didn't budge.
A lot of them will let you. Fortnite let you refund stuff as well.
Some of them never even answered his emails. Dad had to ask his lawyer for help, and he had a weird suggestion. He said to Dad, "If you can prove that your credit card was stolen, we can get all the money back in
Oh,
court.
so they're going to pretend it was
But for that
stolen.
to happen, you need to report Ethan."
What?
Arrested, of course.
You're going to arrest your own son? No. Look, he's made a mistake. You don't arrest your own son, though.
So that the crime has been documented. But you don't need to worry. Ethan's young, and the judge will let him go with a small fine.
Dude, I don't know.
Dad
That's
told us what
risky.
the lawyer said over dinner. Ethan was really scared.
Of course he would
He
be.
begged, "Please don't report me to the police."
To show you how serious, though, it is spending people's money.
Dad said, "Why shouldn't I? I think you deserved it." And Ethan started sobbing. Of course, Dad wasn't going to do it, but he scared Ethan once again when he got the chance.
It just shows you this is serious.
That night, Dad said, "So since we can't get our money back, this will be your debt. You are going to pay it off by working."
Yeah,
That's
still
how
appreciate
Ethan's
money.
work adventure began. My mom's friend got him the job at the burger place. I gave him the idea about jobs in the neighborhood. Ethan knows full well that he's guilty. That's why he accepts whatever we say and works any job with 0 complaints.
Fair enough. He's learned a tough lesson there, but he's working hard and he's paying it back. Good lesson here. Don't spend money on video games unless you've got approval. More videos on screen here. Click another to keep on watching. I'll see you over there.
Oh, it's 10.
Avery.
When my actress mom was pregnant with me, her water broke one day right in the middle of a drama show.
Oh my
I came a
gosh.
little early for my time. And then 2 years later, my sister Mia was born.
Oh.
Our family was complete. And then it broke.
What?
Dad fought so much.
Oh my
that we
gosh.
eventually got a divorce, and Dad left. At least there was some peace now. As time passed, Mom noticed how I wasn't really growing like the other kids. And
What?
I was very short, like really short.
Oh
When it
no.
was my 8th birthday, Mia was already taller than me.
Oh, she's
And
tiny.
everyone thought she was the older sister. When I joined Mia and her friends to play, they wouldn't let me.
Oh
Please,
no.
Mia, tell your sister to buzz up. We don't want crybabies. Want me to punch you and make you a crybaby? Okay, I'll let you play if you can snatch this ball from my hand.
Oh
I tried to
no.
reach it, but Mia was so tall. She went off with her friends, and I got pulled into Mom's friend circle, where they kept treating me like a little
I
kid.
think she's a
Right
baby.
there, pulling my cheeks and talking to me like I was a baby.
But she's
Oh,
8.
she's a big girl now. Avery is. There will be a shoot for a Pampers commercial. Your younger daughter will be perfect for it.
Imagine being told you got to shoot for a baby diaper and you're 8 years old.
Actually, she's the eldest daughter. You remember her dad? She got her height from him.
Oh, you were short.
Yeah, so perfect already. I felt my cheek burn. I just got myself free and hid under the table. But when Mom pulled me out and lifted me up to cut the cake, I angrily knocked the cake off the table and ran away. That
Oh
night,
my.
I craved to be taller, but that didn't really happen as fast as I wanted. A few days later, we were all invited to the launch party of a new luxury perfume.
Oh wow.
While Mom was busy talking to someone, I spotted Mia with a mischievous grin on her face.
She's stealing something.
In her hand.
She's taking something. That sister, and maybe even the mum, could be evil.
What's that? Nothing. Are you crazy? You're stealing this? I'll put it back. Come on. It's just plain truth or dare with a friend. I had to get it. But as the guests were starting to gather in the hall, Mia shoved the bottle in my hand.
Oh
Okay,
no.
it's your problem now. What? Mia, no. Bye.
What was that?
Bye. Younger
Haunted
sister
ghost.
was beautiful, charming, and also a jerk. Since I was small, I crawled to the podium unnoticed and placed the perfume bottle back. But just then, the owner caught me.
No.
Why are you holding this? I was so busted.
Oh
When I
no.
looked at her with puppy dog eyes, the woman melted.
Oh.
Little Avery likes this too. So sweet.
Okay, so there are some advantages to looking like a baby.
That's when I learned the perks of looking younger than my age. I could get away with small mistakes. Mia wasn't.
They think
crazy
she's
either.
younger than she is.
She treated me as a complete.
This girl meets her online boyfriend in person, and apparently it doesn't add up. Let's find out.
Hey, are you guys having fun?
Are we? This party is lit, Charlie.
Oh, it's so
Best
lit.
party of the year, hands down.
Thank you. I'm actually about to open the pool in jacuzzi in a few. I've got towels and bathing suits for everyone.
Bathing suits for everyone.
How did you get in there? You girls look so pretty. Stop. Charlie, look at you. You look incredible. And those shoes? I'm so tired.
Fire.
Go,
Who's this? Mom. Even Mom's at the party. Oh my gosh, it's so lit.
Chanel? Are you kidding me? Thank you so much, Mom.
Is it her birthday party or what? She's getting gifts now? She's got 20 bathing suits.
Hey,
Oh, is that the boyfriend?
I'm so glad you came.
Wow, you look amazing. And nice bag.
Thanks. My mom just gave it to me. I'm actually gonna go put it in my room with your bag.
Hey, don't take too long. I'll miss you.
I see your blue is here.
Yeah, boo.
You're just gonna kiss me. The anticipation is killing me. It's gonna happen today. Just wait. What do you think you're doing? Excuse me?
Oh, she's Gus.
You keep messing with my man, and we're gonna have a problem.
Her man.
Your man? Mm-hmm. You don't want this smoke, sis. Trust me. Leave her alone.
What's up with the language? Lit, fire, you don't want the smoke, sis. Wu-Tang. Uh-oh.
I knew it was you. I was actually...
Hey.
Charlotte? Charlotte?
Oh, no, not the VR.
Mom? You just ruined everything.
That's not her mom.
Clayton was about to kiss me.
Clayton?
Who's Clayton?
Oh, your avatar boyfriend. Honey, he isn't real. You don't know who's really behind that screen. Sweetheart, I just want you to be careful, okay?
He is real. And I do know him. And everyone in the VR world. They all live around here. I've even got their phone numbers and everything.
All right.
We'll go meet up with him then.
How many of them have you met in real life?
None.
Exactly. This
But
is
that's
why
gonna
I told
change
your grandmother
today.
it's not a good idea to get you an Oculus. Okay, let's just drop it. You have to get to school. Oh, honey, wait. I got you something.
You did?
Yeah.
It's gonna be nothing compared to the Chanel bag. And then she's gonna be sad, watch. I always have the predictions.
What the heck is this?
Well, I got
Hey,
it.
be grateful!
It's cute, right? You don't like it? Well, we can take it back and get you some else.
Why do you have to be so boring and cheap all the time? My VR mom got me parties and even got me a Chanel bag. That's some thrift store crap.
Because the VR is real life. She can actually use it in real life, guys. I think it's only $12.
You should go ask them.
Red, blue.
Yeah,
No, she has a boyfriend. Watch this.
Charlie in real life. And you gotta have a shit. Did you forget that you're actually Charlie? Come on.
I was about to say.
Both equivalent to Clayton. If you can get Clayton, you can definitely land Anthony.
My mom has been training for 2 hours.
Join the party of the summer with Lincoln Loud. Rock, paper,
Where's
scissors.
the miners?
SpongeBob and Patrick. And most importantly, you. See all your favorites at the Kids' Choice Awards, Saturday at 8 on Nickelodeon.
There's no way. You look so ugly. No, you don't. You look so pretty. Now go over there and show them the real you. You got this. What are you doing? Keep those on. And then he'll think I'm an even bigger loser.
Is she gonna get both, guys? What do you think?
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Charlotte. What's up?
Oh, it's nice, right?
I'm just wondering if, maybe you could, if you didn't have anyone to go with.
I don't understand what you're asking.
I was just saying that if,
Spit it out!
you have to go homecoming with me. Maybe. Did you guys hear that? Charlotte wants to go to homecoming with Anthony. Did you really think
Nothing,
this guy in
boys.
school is going to ask you, the biggest loser in school?
I said the whole school heard that. You should have said it quieter. This wouldn't have happened. Maybe he would have said yes.
Charlotte, are you okay? Thanks a lot for defending me.
Whoa.
Mariah would have beaten her up.
Oh, the VR best friend.
It's easy for you to say.
Thank you.